Let's have a quiet time before I depart from your plane, and let's lift our thoughts above and beyond the physical level. Turn loose of all the events of the day. Let us bring our full attention to this one moment in this room and live completely in the present. Let us think of our thoughts lifting to the higher realms of divine love and light. And let us remind ourselves and the new ones here that everyone in the circle is a part of the contact with the other dimensions, not just the one who speaks, but everyone is lending their life force to this circle. And as you join in with us, we are one circle of light and love, and we lift our thoughts to a very high level and give thanks for the opportunity of being together this night. Greetings, my dear ones. This is Kadan, your doorkeeper, your official doorkeeper, I should say, and it is my great privilege to come and speak with you for a short time this evening, because we have some special guests, very special guests from a far, far away, who have come to be with you this evening. I would ask you to open your hearts to them, because they are beings of pure light and love, and they have come with a spokesman to speak with you. I have been asked to tell you not to ask too much about their place of abode or name, and that maybe later on, at another time, this will be revealed. It is my privilege now to turn this over to one of your brothers from other planets. Beloved ones of my heart, it is with great joy that I come to you this evening, and your friend Kadan failed to tell you that the title of our class tonight is called Stars in Your Heaven. And I would say to you that you have many stars in your heaven, and this can be taken several ways. It can be taken as levels of consciousness, but it also can be taken by knowing that you have existed before this planet existed on many other planets and many other dimensions. And we have come with the armada of beings of light as your space brothers and sisters to greet you and to have you to know that our presence has been with your planet for some time. We do not wish to go into details this evening about where we came from, but our mission here is to help you with your transition into your new age and the great changes that are coming about on your planet. There are many besides us that have come from great distances to be here and to witness this beautiful sight that is taking place now and will continue to take place for the next 2,000 years as your planet is lifted up to a self-illuminating star. This is a great event, and it is not just your planet and your system of planets, but it is the whole universe that is being lifted up. Your planet has been a dark reflecting planet since it has been formed, but now is the time for it to be Christed and to be lifted up. I would remind those who may not know that the planet is a living entity, just as you are a living entity. And it has mothered you for so long, for so many lifetimes, for so many wars and destructions of continents and many, many things. And you are still polluting your planet. You are still mistreating your Mother Earth. But there is still love from the planet for you, and she continues to give of herself to you. As you go through these changes, you will continue for a while to see the negative side for a little while, but there will come a day, not too far in the distant future, when the light and the love vibrations will be so high that the destructive entities cannot abide on this planet. You, my dear ones, are not strangers to us. Many of you in this circle we have known. Many of you we have known for eons and eons of time. And it is not by coincidence that some of you have come here for the first time tonight, and some of you have not been here for a while who came tonight, and we greet you in love. We sent out vibrations of love to you to coax you a little bit and to invite you to this class. You may not have been conscious of this, but you did come and you did respond. I would have you to know that there is such great joy in the group that is here from other planets, as you call us your space brothers and sisters, because we have been together many times in the past, and there is great love, even great love as you might think of as twin brothers and sisters who are very close, and even much more than that. Your language is confining, and I have been practicing at other places in channeling to be able to come to you this evening and greet you. And if your teacher Eloah allows, we will come again at another time. I would like to speak to you a little bit about your changes and the reason that we are here. Your planet, as you know and have been told, is raising in vibration every day. Every day your planet is higher in consciousness. And as you raise your consciousness to match the vibrations of the planet, you will be able to stay with the planet through this great transition and be a part of this. My dear ones, this is a tremendous experience, and you would be surprised to know of the number of entities from very high planets who have come to witness this event. As you think of it, 2,000 years is a long time, but to us it is very short. And when we were together at other times, on other planets and other dimensions, you would think of it as a long time, but to us it is only yesterday. And you are in our hearts with great love. The ones that are with me wish me to say to you that they feel so close to you that they would like to reach out and hug you, even though you can't see them. But if you want, you can sense them and know their presence. And if you so desire, they may come to you tonight in your dreams. They will, some of you, be with some of you as you leave your physical body to go through the experience you call sleep on other dimensions. And if you so desire to remember, you might condition your mind to bring back the memory of this, for there is great joy here this evening. And when you can open your minds and your hearts to this, you will tune into many things that you have lost in your memory banks. My dear ones, you all have been on very high planets and high dimensions, much higher than your physical minds can imagine at this moment. And you have experienced with us great things and great beauty and joy, things that I could not bring down into your language. But if you so desire, you can raise your thoughts and your consciousness to tune in to the higher vibrations of these times from the past. Yes, I am told that some of you are taking an age regression class that teaches you to go into your past, and it would be with great joy if some of you could remember our times on other planets and other places. We have been here for some time working with all the space brothers and sisters to help keep your vibrations balanced. Your master teacher, the Christ that you call Jesus, is the leader of your planet, and he is in command, and he has given his permission for those of us to come to your planet. We have to have the permission before we can go to another planet from the one in charge, and the planet Logo. The Logo is the one who looks after the planet, a very high spiritual being, and Jesus is in conjunction with the planet Logo, has given us permission to come and help you with this transition. We would have you to understand that our presence here is pure love and nothing but love. And we would have you to understand that the help that we can give you is great when you can open to us, when you can set aside any fears of negative books that you may have read or stories that you may have heard about space people. These I am not going to comment on any more than I have, but I would have you to know that we have nothing in common with this. we are brothers in love and brothers in God, and our intentions are only to be with you and to help you to lift your consciousness. I would say to you this evening that attitude is a very important part of your being able to raise your consciousness. If you take the loving, constructive attitude towards this new age, as you call it, that you are moving into, and you look forward to the changes, even though at times they may seem to be destructive, it is just a change, and think of it as change. Think not of destruction or anything like this. When changes come to a planet such as yours that has a long history of violence, there has to be some of what you think of as negative and destructive. But my dear ones, if you would change the label on this and realize that it is just a necessary part of raising your planet up above this dark and negative things that have happened in your history of your planet. There is great, great things in your future, and I would have you to know that everyone here can be a part of these great changes if you so desire. To be a part of it and to stay with the planet, you must change yourself. You must change yourself even as this planet is changing. And there may be some rocky roads ahead. Everything isn't going to be smooth as we move along, but I tell you, the overall picture is bright and shiny and beautiful. And in your personal changes, you may have some rocky roads ahead, but be not concerned or fearful. Set aside this vibration of fear. It is not necessary for your moving higher in consciousness. The vibrations of love are so much more and so much more beautiful. Yes, I can see some of your thoughts wanting to know more about us and where we have come from. The planets that we have come from, and there are several planets, they're from the visitors here in your group tonight, come from, let us say, 6 or 8 different planets. But we have had contact with each other all for a long time, and so we are not separate as you think of a planet this far away. Through this week, there has been a song running through your channel, Donald. Fly me to the moon and let me dance among the stars. And he finally got the picture tonight. He finally understood that this was the key to open the door so that we could come and talk to you. And it is, my dear ones, like dancing among the stars. You have many stars in your heaven. You have many stars in your consciousness, buried in your memory banks. And as you learn to open up your memory banks in a positive and constructive way and clean out the cobwebs, you might say, you are going to be so surprised at how many beautiful things you are going to discover about yourself. The people on your planet do not think much of themselves as a whole. You are learning to be more positive about yourself. You're learning to be more confident in yourself and love yourself And this is as it should be. For my dear ones, you remember that you are gods. You are not just gods in the making, you are already gods and have always been gods. You have forgotten it on this level and forgotten the powers that lay dormant within you, but these powers and this love and light and understanding and wisdom is now awakening in many on your planet and many in this circle. There is great joy from the ones on this side of the veil, and there is surprise from those who walk the dim and dark ways at this great light that is shining from this place tonight, for it is much brighter tonight, and they will be helped from this experience. Send God's love to them often, the ones who walk the dark and dim ways on the other dimensions and on this plane also. And send love to yourselves often through the day, that you may awaken much more quickly to understand and to raise your consciousness so that we can be one even in contact. There will be a day not too far in your distant future that we will be able to stand face to face and know our past and welcome each other. My dear ones, I feel that some of this has been a little too much for some of you, but we are so overjoyed to have had the privilege, and Eloah, your teacher, has given us this permission to speak with you and to let you know our presence here. And we would have you to consider this and to think about it and to send us love so that the contact between us can be there, even if it's not in your five sense world, it will be there on other dimensions. And remember, as you sleep, as your body sleeps, we can be together on the other dimensions. I would explain a little bit more to some of you that we are in the physical as you would think of it, in a body that is not spiritual as your teacher Eloah is in a spirit body. And your language is difficult for me to be accurate, but we come in a physical body as you have come in a physical body, and our vibrations are higher than yours, and so with your physical eyes you could not see us, but with your inner eyes you can perceive our presence. And if you so desire, lift your thoughts and your consciousness above this dim and dark planet and the illusions of this planet, and be open, for we are here to stay until your planet becomes that self-illuminating star that it is destined to be. It is its time. Remember that it is a living entity as you are. Send love to it often through the day, and remember that great changes are coming about in the inner part of your planet as well as the surface. And many of you will be a part of these changes. Many of you will assist in raising this planet to a self-illuminating star, because you are raising yourself in consciousness. continue to work to bring about the spiritual understanding in a much greater way so that you can be a part of this great experience. Some of you have known of this experience, and some of you may not have known. But it is upon you, and it is happening every day of your time as you think of time. And when you are raised in consciousness, you will be able to put aside the concept of duality, of time and space, and good and evil, and to realize that life is one, and we are one with you. And as you begin to truly realize this, then our presence will be known to you very easily, as well as many of your spiritual teachers and guides. There will not be time for questions tonight. I know that many of you would like to ask questions, but if Elwa invites us back again, we will be more open with you and allow you to ask questions and to answer as best we can. It is difficult for many of us to lower our vibrations to where we can make contact with you. It is, I should choose another word, it is not difficult, but it is different for us. But we do it with love because we have known some of you for so long and you're thinking of time, and we wish to make this contact again with you and be one with you. Some of you will write things about the new age, and this channel will again start writing and open up to express the truth of life from a much higher level of consciousness. Consider this in your thoughts, and do not hesitate if you feel the inspiration to bring into words in your language about the new age and the things that are coming about. We can guide your thoughts if you are open to us and if you so desire. We never infringe upon your thoughts. We never would in any way go against your free will, for God is our loving Father, and we know that this is a law of all the universe, that the Father has given us the freedom to be the loving entities that we are, and to stay in the lower dimensions as long as you wish. But if you so desire, my dear ones, we are here to help you. There are many, many others besides us. So remember this and lift your thoughts up to us. When you do, we can help you in so many ways that you know not of at this time. Remember us in your thoughts, and remember your dreams, that you might remember our times together while your body rests. God blesses you in many, many ways. Open up to His love and His blessings, and be grateful for the great opportunities that are here right now and that will be in your future. God bless you, my dear ones, and I leave you with a great, great hug and welcome from all your friends that have come with us. Good night. Shall we go home?
Post. That to the service and then the church show.
Let us think of ourselves as coming together in the physical as we have been in spirit with our friends from other places, and let us include them in our circle and all of mankind, and let us feel the great love that they have for us and for every living creature. They are pure beings of light and love, and they are here to share this with us. Let us think of God's love coming into our beings to help us to be more open to these higher beings of light and to be aware of their presence among us and be open for their help. Let us send God's love ahead into our every thought, word, and deed, into every situation, into every encounter. Let us send love into the planet and into this new age, into the raising of the vibrations of the planet, and to each one of us keeping up with the vibratory rate as it raises and changes. Let us all be open for the change that will lift us up into pure beings of light. Thank you, God.
Get it. So
Different. There was a time the day that I thought maybe I wouldn't channel. I'd let you listen to a tape. And then these vibrations came in so strong that I couldn't resist.
So being told us that you had a song running through your mind for a week.
That's right, it has. It's been more than a week.
what song?
Let us fly to the moon and dance among the stars.
Mm-hmm.
What is the name of that?
Fly Me to the Moon.
Oh, yeah, Fly Me to the Moon. Yeah.
Some of the younger ones may not know that.
When did it come out? I wonder.
I think when I was a teenager, and you were used to dance to that song, but yeah, that's just a few years, just double.
Well, I really didn't have any thought of this happening tonight at all until almost the last minute, the last hour or two. And when I was trying to decide whether to channel or not, I have this thing with myself. If I really don't feel up to channeling, why I just don't do it, because I would rather you get a good message, or then I'd rather you get nothing at all, than have something that is disjointed. But it really came through in great abundance. And I could, the last 3 hours, I guess it's been, I could feel the presence, the gathering. They kept coming in, not too many at once, because their vibrations are really high, and they were lowering their vibrations, to meet ours. And for the last hour before the channeling started, I was way up here. It was like being, I don't know what, but it was a tremendous experience.
walking over a mountaintop.
Yeah.
Like his other, like
The lady
said the entity said that you finally got the picture.
finally got the message.
And
Yeah.
thing that I noticed, the entity had said that we have been invited by special invitation, everyone here, and we have so many new people, at least new to the Wednesday night camp.
He said that was not an accident, but they did invite.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised to see a big group here in the way I felt before. That's fine.
I just kind of wonder, did the new ones that have shown up on the Wednesday night classes, what made you want to come tonight? Granny?
That may be kind of purple.
Well, that may be purple. I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't.
Curiosity is a natural human trait. So, why are you?
But Melba's and their leases showing up over here that haven't been here for a couple of years.
They,
Melba, did you meet Melba?
yeah,
She, I had meetings in her house when I was still with the Oasis in Coolidge. Yeah. We started out having our first, the first thing group that I started in Coolidge was in Melba's house.
is that right?
Uh-huh.
It was said tonight that some of the ones that hadn't been here for some time were invited also.
Okay.
Goodness.
I see that it's kind of far out for some of you.
I'm not that so that yes, I've completely.
It's if you want to understand a little more, that Love Story of the Centuries book that I wrote would help.
Are you going to start writing again?
I've had a real strong impression too, and I've been trying to write an article for them, making it. I got a whole page written today, this evening. After this all started happening, I started writing on 3 different things.
What else? You'll need to listen to this tape that said you're going to be writing on a different level.
And this young lady was at our Tuesday night introduction to that. Did you get the Love Story of the Century?
I did.
Did you read it?
Yeah.
So this wasn't too big a surprise for you then. No. Yeah. He's open for a lot of things. Yeah. And she's a visitor to our place in this planet Earth.
When?
If I remember right, you said you're a Bostonian from Louisiana.
I have blue area,
Yeah.
which is way out of the way. What do you do? Of course, with space travel, I mean,
Look at
Listen.
how would you say pack the calf in Louisiana? In other words, Bostonian accent or Louisiana accent?
oh, I used to choose the music. She's like, put in.
This what I do.
That's one of my hobby accents to try and get where people are from.
Is that what I'm saying?
She did it about
Well, back that.
Since we have so many people, why don't we introduce ourselves? I'm Don Weldon.
Don Owen.
We're excited.
Brian has the Shannon Boston Jim
Parker. Post to sell.
Bill Harland.
Now it counts.
below the castle and friend Kruger. May I go back?
But I'll back and go around the room and say, everyone,
Become in his hand. And it's in the
He both was here with no.
try your lad.
I didn't hear all of them, but I got your vibration.
you can read my
Read it on your hand. Derek Kramer, that's a familiar name.
Where can
Huh?
Clue can
Real Kyber.
Oh.
Durban.
Uh-huh.
someone as you read was
Oh, really?
Yes.
that's so it national
Durban.
packet details.
No, I
I think we for I expect it was you that
they call those slot.
and that's on the trade because they had in
They had enough their start.
Well, it doesn't seem like any time. How long was the time?
It was very short in terms of events.
Did
Very
that
good.
one time?
Yeah.
Yes, even the short lesson. They said they might try it again if they were invited.
I guess they didn't want to overstay their welcome or something.
I think they were afraid of being too far out. They said they had to get permission to.
Well, I know they had a lot more to say, but they were cautious about saying too much. But it's opened the door now for this first time, I think, in our channeling, and this time the space people have talked.
And people,
Yeah,
Don, are you familiar with Michael and Aurora L. Legion of Scootsville?
yes, they come to the young people. They came to one of my classes when they were playing the drums, the tapes.
Or are they genuine? They profess to be space people from the
Everyone's genuine. We're all space people, you know. We've come from someplace else. It's not the only planet that we've been on. It's hard to accept that, you know, when you think of yourself as this physical body, and you're not. I say to the new students, you're not your body any more than you are your car you drove over here. You're not your mind any more than you are your house you live in. Your point of consciousness is one with the overall consciousness of all life. And you can spread this out to the whole universe, really. Because in true reality, there is just one life. And we're different expressions of this one life. I use the analogy of a physical body. For example, this thumb is an expression of this body, but it still knows the big toes down there, you know. And think of how many trillions and trillions of cells that we have in our body. So our body could be a universe, couldn't it? And all those cells could be a planet, you know. Yeah.
Now you really blow my mind.
We're out.
So last year it was the science fiction thing about that, where somebody went inside of an atom and found worlds inside of an atom and universes and beings and where that it then what kept just going down.
Yeah. The microcosm and the microcosm.
I thought you got stuck down there.
I read a story a long time ago about that book. Yeah. He went inside of a rock that was laying out his dresser, you know, and he became very small, little as the thing. I like science. I like a lot of science fiction. Some of it I don't care that much about, but I think it opens some doors in our mind, you know.
creative, imaginative.
Yeah.
I like some of the science fiction movies that have come out. Some of them have been very dull. Some of them have been made for 12-year-old minds, obviously. But some of them are very good.
Mm.
I saw this Cocoon on TV the other night.
Wasn't that a good movie?
It was a very interesting movie. And they're apparently having a cocoon too.
Did you see that, Mary? Yeah. That's interesting.
These beings are going to come back to these entities in the new movies and regain and rescue their comrades who are still back down in the ocean.
Oh, they're going to make a new movie of it?
I read there was a great magazine that
Oh, that's good.
there is going to be a Cocoon too.
Yeah.
And they'll come back with the old people they took with them, Don Amici and Glenn Burton and the others. And they will have been traveling through the universe for millions and millions of miles when working. But it's all
You know, when we were at the Oasis, when we were in Oklahoma, we had a contact. Is a lot of personal questions and answers back and forth, like we do here a lot of times. But after Ella became our teacher, then it was more spiritual lessons, and he would just come and give us a lesson. But at Christmas time, when we moved to Arizona, it was our time for family, and I would usually talk with my grandfather, you know, and been on the other side for a long time. But there was one Christmas when Maida, Doc and Maida were a couple, and Maida's brother, who was killed in an airplane accident, so-called, came and talked to her and said that he was with Ashtar, and that there was a spaceship about 3 miles east of us that landed, and he'd come just be with her and talk to her on that Christmas. You know, it was kind of interesting. He said that as soon as he, just shortly after he crossed over to the other dimensions, that he was so interested in space and in flying, you know, and space that he was invited to join their group. And he told quite a bit about Ashtar and a group of people he'd with. I guess he'd been with them about 7 or 8 years.